I've been waiting way too long. Yeah, I've been down here trying to get it. Yeah, I've been waiting way too long.
This is systems of inequalities. So we have already learned what an inequality is. Remember, the inequalities are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Those are inequalities. And a system is where we have two or more of those. Okay, that's what we learned in the last few lessons. So a system of linear inequalities is a set of two or more linear inequalities containing two or more variables. The solutions of a system of linear inequalities are all of the ordered pairs that satisfy all the linear inequalities in the system. So if I have two linear inequalities, then if the ordered pair works for both inequalities, then it would be a solution. So let's look at the first example. It says determine if 2, -4 is a solution to the following system. So here I have two inequalities. So I have to plug this in for both. So -4, because that's y, is less than -3 times 2 plus 2. -4 is less than -6 plus 2. -4 is less than -4. Is that true? No, it is not true. So that means that this is not a solution to the system. So I'm going to start with the blue one. So y is greater than or equal to x minus 1. I'm going to rewrite it over here. Y is greater than or equal to x minus 1. So my m is 1 because there's a 1 in front of that. And my b is -1. So I'm going to start at -1 and I'm going to go up 1 over 1. Should be a positive slope. Or I can go down 1 over 1 this way. Now, remember, this is an inequality. It doesn't say equals. It says greater than or equal to. So now I have to think back. Okay, what kind of line is it going to be? It's going to be a solid line. All right, where am I going to shade? Am I going to shade above or below? I'm going to shade above. Okay, greater than, above. This is above. So all of this is the solution. Now, if I extend my line to really cover the coordinate plane, okay, the solutions come all the way down here, okay, to that inequality. All right, so now I'm going to graph the other one. So this one is y is less than -3x plus 2. So my slope is -3 or -3 over 1, and my b is 2. So I'm going to start here at 2, and I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Or up 3 and to the left 1. All right, is my line going to be dotted or solid? It should be a dotted line. Okay, so there's my line. I'm just going to leave it like that since it's supposed to be a dotted line. Now, am I going to be shading above or below? I'm going to shade below. Where is below? This is below. All of the parts that are the different color blue, this like royal or whatever, Mustang blue we'll call it, all of the parts that are Mustang blue, those are the solutions to this system. These represent the solutions. The solutions are in this color. Okay, so if you didn't do it in different colors, maybe you can go back and do that. You can pause the video and you can kind of recolor it. Or you can use different ways of shading. Like one time you shade this way, the other time you shade that way. If you don't know what I mean, you can ask me in class. But okay, now you have to be careful. Like here, that should be dark blue. That should be Mustang blue. So these are the solutions. So the solutions, okay, let's go back. What do our notes say? The solutions are all of the ordered pairs that satisfy all of the linear inequalities. So here, what does all mean? We have two linear inequalities. So this section works for both inequalities. This light blue, those are solutions for this inequality, but not for this one. And vice versa, the purple, it works for this guy, but not for that guy. So it has to work for both. What are some solutions to this inequality? Let me go back. Okay, I have my black. So is this a solution? Yes, it is. What is that ordered pair? 1, 2, 3, 4, -5 and 2. So -5, 2 would be a solution to this inequality. This point right here, I'm sorry, to the system. This point here, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, that is not a solution. Okay, so that is not a solution to this system. So any point in this Mustang blue area, including this point out here, right? That's supposed to be Mustang blue. My shading was more perfect. All of those points, you can pick any of those are solutions to the system. And if we were to plug them in, they would work for both. All right, so we're going to solve this by graphing. Notice the first one is in standard form. So here we go. We are going to write this into slope-intercept form. We got this. You got this. You should be able to pause the video and do this on your own. So minus 8x, minus 8x. So now 4y is less than or equal to, make sure you bring down the right sign, negative 8x plus 12. Okay? So I just put this in front. No big deal. The 12 is positive, so he stays positive. Divide by 4. I have to divide both of these terms by 4. So y is less than or equal to, because I did not divide by a negative. Negative 8 over 4 is negative 2x, and 12 over 4 is 3. Okay, so that's the first inequality, and then the second inequality is y is greater than 1/2 x minus 2. So let me graph this one since I already have the purple color. So I'm going to start at negative 2. I'm going to go up 1 over 2, making sure it's a positive slope. All right, notice I'm using the entire graph. The more points I plot, the straighter my line's going to be, the more accurate it's going to be, all the way to the end. Okay, this is going to be a dotted line, so I'm going to leave it just like that. Another reason why it's good to have a lot of points. Dotted line, I'm going to shade above. So let me get my highlighter out here. I'm going to shade above. Okay, and I would really need to get all really close to this. Remember that points on the dotted line are not solutions. Points on the dotted line are not solutions. So we want to be careful of that. So I'm going to start at 3 and go down 2 over 1. So 1, 2, 3, put a point there, down 2 over 1. All right, this one needs to be a solid line. So I'm going to draw my line, and I'm going to shade this one. Now this one I'm going to do, I'm not going to use a black highlighter. That doesn't exist. So we'll just use yellow. So this one needs to be shaded below because that is less than. So that is all of this area. So the orange area is my solution set, okay, for the system. Everything that's orange is the solution. When you are asked to find the solution set, you have to graph that, okay? Now, if I say give 3 solutions, then you should be able to tell me what 3 solutions are. Okay, so again, anything in this area is fair game. Now, what about this point right here? Is that a solution to the system? Yes, it is. So this boundary line, because it is solid, is included in the solution. This boundary line is not included. That's very important. So all the points here, okay, these are solutions. But these points, because it's a dotted line, those are not solutions. So 0, 3 is a solution to this system. But negative 2, negative 3 is not a solution because it's on the dotted line.
I've been waiting way too long. Yeah.